So before I install the dishwasher, you need to get the right parts. So I'm going to get more parts than I actually need because, do-it-yourself job like this is all about time and materials, and the cheap stuff is always the materials. You don't want to spend your time driving back and forth getting each and every part from, the Home Depot or whatever. So what I have here is, you'll see I have this kit, which is a 3/8" stainless steel tube here, and it comes with all of the adapters. So this should fit all of the situations with all of the adapters. Make sure you have these hose clamps. These are about $1 each, and Teflon tape. And also, if you are gonna wire the electricity directly, this is a strain reliever. So that basically clamps against the junction box within the dishwasher, and I'll show you that piece. Now, not every dishwasher will need this strain reliever, and in a way you kind of don't need it, but it's just safe to have. What it does is it clamps the electrical wire in place so that it doesn't move, but also it doesn't put too much stress on the electrical wire itself. Now, you might have something like this, so instead of the yellow wire that I have in the back, in which case you might just want to buy one of these 3-prongs and plug it in directly. So it's situational. Just examine what you have in place and what your situation is after you've basically uninstalled your old dishwasher. So with the cardboard on the floor, it does two purposes. It protects the floors, but also it's able to allow me to slide the dishwasher in place when the time comes. A lot easier than if I didn't have the cardboard. The cardboard just glides on hardwood floors, so just keep that in mind. So this here is the unboxing of my Samsung dishwasher here, and I'll have the model number in the description area of the video, as well as a lot of the tool kits that you will need to actually install this. So just going through some of the exact measurements here, you could see from that particular corner, it is actually 23 5/8, and that's the same with the bottom. As I go and show you the top here, so to the point of the lid, so to the point of the door here, give you a bird's eye look. You can see it's actually a little bit over 24. In fact, it's 24 3/4 or a little bit. So keep in mind, this hose is going to go towards the side. This is more for shipping purposes. It's really going to snug in on the side here. Now you'll see to the side here, there is a lot of felt. And the bottom here, I'm going to show you, that's the junction box. And it does come with a face plate to cover all of this. If I go around here, you'll see that the legs, so the legs does have 2" of elevation that you could rotate. So if you rotate that clockwise, it will raise the dishwasher. And the other thing to notice here is the rail in the bottom is all the way across. Some of them have openings, and that may or may not matter to you, because you, just like me, I actually have something that might block this, but I'm not sure, so I just have to double check that. So the width here at the bottom here, from this corner all the way to that other corner, you can see it's also short, so that is more again 23 5/8. So the reason why I mentioned this junction box is that's where you're going to have to basically thread the electrical wire to the back of this to hook up the electricity. So I really want to show you the placement of it and how it looks. Okay, so I've tipped this over to the side, and I've just realized something. basically that there's no access here. And of course, what's good is I'm doing this so that you don't have to. And so normally the electrical cord runs through here, right? And obviously when it wasn't tipped over, I couldn't see this hole. So this hole doesn't come with the stress relief. And so I'll be mounting a stress relief. I didn't know that it goes under. I actually thought it comes out from here, which it does not. So I will be putting the stress relief and then capping it off. So you won't have to tip it over, but for me it's going to be easier to put this stress reliever back on, or strain reliever. So the way it works is you simply unscrew it here, and you're going to put it at the bottom here, and the electrical cord is going to run through this space and through here. So I'm going to take off the caps, put this in, and it's good for stress relief. And I will actually have it towards this direction because the wire is going to run around here and it's going to clamp right there. And this ring I will clamp onto this other end and, you know, twist it in. So you see I'm twisting it in now, and this just basically holds that in place. So that's basically what this strain relief or stress relief does for the electrical cord. And I'm just going to wire in the electrical cord. So the good aspect of this is in the back it is indented a little bit in, so you could have the area to work with for the electrical and also for the water line. So that hot water line there, you know, does have space to just wrap around. And let me show you the hot water line. So this is how it comes with during shipping. And let me unscrew it. And this is really, you know, what it looks like. So I've unscrewed this nut, and you could see that's the direct connection. And that's just a plastic hose there. So there is no other parts that it comes with. You're going to have to find your own adapter for the water line, even though it says here that use the nut connector to connect the water hose to the dishwasher. But this 90 degrees piece is not included. So none of these two pieces are actually included. I've looked all over the place. Luckily I bought one of those kits that includes it. So I'm going to take the adapter from the kit, which is an L adapter, and it fits right like this. You know, screw it in. The other end, I know this is compression from just simply from the washer over there, but I am going to be a little bit safe and also put in the Teflon tape on both ends of this, and just wire up the hose. So now I got the water line in place with this L-shaped adapter. And it's time to stuff everything once again through this hole. The dishwasher itself already comes with the hose nicely wrapped and having that elevation such that there's no stale water, which is great. See, there's some you know, sticky tape here to attach the felt for the insulation. You can see the hose is wrapped around. And so you could, you know, take this end and connect it to your disposal. So this Samsung is a little bit different from other models. So you'll see that all of the hoses actually end up on that corner. So what I have to do is I have to drill a hole at the bottom, not at the top. So you'll notice the hose already has a loop that goes to the top. So that sort of acts as a P-trap already. Now, I had trouble fitting this in because I try to thread the hose to the top, but then it was blocking a lot of space, and there is very little tolerance as far as room for the Samsung. So what I'm going to have to do is drill a big hole at the bottom of my cabinet, and that's where I'm going to fit the hose, I'm going to fit the water line, and I'm going to fit the electricity through. So that's sort of what it expects. That's what it has in the instruction manual. And hopefully after that, I will have that extra inch of space to actually fit the dishwasher through. So what I've done now is I've drilled the hole at the bottom left corner, which should facilitate the water line and the discharge holes. Now this is atypical of a lot of other dishwashers. A lot of other dishwashers, you do have to aim it up to the top, towards the left top portion, because it doesn't actually thread the hose as the Samsung does here, you know, around the top here to the side, you know, which actually acts as a P-trap. So just keep that in mind, that for the Samsung, this is very atypical. And I do have that hole, and it should work out as far as, you know, pushing the washing machine, dishwasher, all the way to the maximum depth. So I have the dishwasher seated inside, and what I do want to make sure is when I close it, that I could actually have a finger here and turn off the power or turn off the operation. So you'll see here, to cancel here, I have to hold down for 3 seconds. So I really want my finger to actually fit in here. So just keep that in mind, that you want to level it such that you could fit your finger down there. Now once you have it leveled, this is where you secure it to the side. So you have to have it level first before you secure it to the side. Otherwise, you know, these things will be off to the wrong position. And you want to pluck these things out, screw a screw in right into the cabinets, and it will be pretty much, you know, secure on each side. You might also want to shim it before you screw it in. As you can see, there's a bigger gap there on that side than on that side for me. But just keep that in mind, you want everything plumb and level. And so I also have a level here. And so I also have a level here. And when I put the level, it is straight across. And so I know it's plumb and level. And everything is seated nicely. And this is the way I need it to be.